and now we should be broadcasting into a large series of tubes. That's a dated reference. What ancient person said that?
God, one of those decrepit old senators who probably is no longer with us anymore.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah, I can't even remember who it was, but I remember, the internet is not a series of tubes.
But isn't it though?
Or wait, the internet's not like a truck, it's a series of tubes. That was it.
I don't think I've heard it I don't think I've heard it in its original absurdity.
Yeah. I should probably look that up because it was pretty.
That's pretty good.
Like old man trying to understand the internet.
The internet is not a truck. It is a series of tubes.
It was Ted Stevens.
I don't remember that guy.
Republican senator from Alaska.
Oh.
He was in office until 2009.
Okay. When did
He was preceded and succeeded by Robert Byrd.
I'm blanking on Robert Byrd.
Pretty great.
He has like a very, like, I feel like I should know that name.
That doesn't sound right.
Anyway.
I'm just, yeah. Oh, that's, okay. No, that's something else.
Okay.
But anyway, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, he was a senator from Alaska from 1968 to 2009. Totally normal, totally fine.
That is forever.
Yeah, forever.
That is forever in High Squid.
But in 2006, what do you say? I just the other day got an internet was sent by my staff at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. I got it yesterday. Why? Because it got tangled up with all these things going on the internet commercially. And again, the internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. And if you don't understand, those tubes can be filled. And if they are filled, when you put your message in, it gets in line, and it's going to be delayed by anyone that puts into that tube enormous amounts of material.
Thank you.
So, you try to flush too much material down your internet tubes. It prevents your internet from getting to you in a timely fashion.
Okay, all right.
Not a big truck, it's a series of tubes.
It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes.
That's great. Of tubes. Classic.
That's great. I think.
And that was 2006, apparently.
2006. We've come so far. That's wonderful. Anyway.
And yeah, he was using that to describe the internet in the context of opposing net neutrality.
Okay, so he got the memo.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that mattered. He got the memo to pick winners and losers.
Yeah.
That we got to privatize this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I started this stream, I didn't think that we would start there. So thank you.
It's good to remember the olden days.
Okay. All right, let's try to get like one of your powers square before we go punching stuff. Let's try for 2.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, let's get a couple powers done, and we'll try to put the brain trust together to do that. So
figure this business out.
All right, I'm gonna give you an invite. All right, you're already in the.
I'm in the war zone.
You're in the war zone. Okay, this is where you want to be. I find this to be the easiest place to do a makeover, to do your business, because there's a crafting machine, there is a supergroup base, and you can access the auction house like right here. So the big bad Archon of Skulls is a little intimidated by this series of tubes in City of Heroes. So
it is very much a series of tubes, and he doesn't understand it. He's from a
Yes.
skull dimension.
Yes.
There's only, if you want a message, it comes to you in a skull.
On the
A
back
skull
of
just shows up on the back of a skull.
on the back of a
And it
skull.
just shrieks. It shrieks at you. The information.
Okay.
It's like Warhammer. It's all skulls.
But not an explicit, but not fashy.
No, not fashy at all.
Okay. Unlike Warhammer.
There's nothing fashy about the skull dimension.
Oh God.
Just want to make that clear.
Oh, on that note, I want to show. I'm going to show off my new duds. Here is.
Oh, yeah.
Here is my longbow costume.
Nice.
I think he looks pretty longbowish.
He does.
Yeah, so I'm happy
He
about
reads
that.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, did I? Okay, he's got his regular old daggers. I really like the. Oh, and they've got red handles too. Okay, I got a match. What else we got? Speaking of I was trying to go for something, but I didn't want to go so far because I didn't want to be. I didn't want to have this costume to be like a dog whistle, so to speak.
Oh,
I didn't want to be. I'm trying to think of the word. I didn't want people to get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
So this is when I'm looking for Nazi gold and Nazi balls. So I am a non-denominational fascist. It is a costume. I was going for a cross between the Fifth Column and the Council, and I just wanted to make sure that like I could get these ears sticking out because that's the gag.
Yeah.
That all these Ubermensch can't
Hello,
tell.
fellow Aryans.
Yes. Would you like to? We are totally masculine.
Yeah.
And let's go beat up on marginalized people. Winky face. So yeah. So it's like it's like skirting a line between I'm trying to make fun. So there were actual like lightning. There are lightning bolts, and I was like, oh, I don't want to put the lightning bolts in. That might be a bridge too far.
Yeah, I might cross the line into into being an homage.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, like, this is I'm making fun of. I'm not saying like 1488 or anything. Just saying. So, also, I kind of like the idea of like it's a little bit like I've got my red cap daggers, and I'm literally wearing a little red cap now.
Yeah.
So there we go. Keeping it fairy, folk. So yeah. What else do I got? I just went on a costume making spree. I think I finally got them all. Like now I got Loots in Space. This is just silly. I just wanted to make Loots in Space. I like the retro stuff. Like there's
it is fun.
Yeah, I like that. And,
The glowy bits.
The glowy bits, and I really wanted to just break out some lightsabers too, just because you never know when you need to rob a bank in space, because in this world, I mean, maybe that's where you had the money. I don't know.
You have superpowers, you end up in space.
Yes.
It's a fact. You will go to space.
Yes.
Probably more than once. Yeah.
Goldbricker, I don't know if you've had any.
Yeah. I recognize the Goldbricker pants.
Yes. Yeah, and they've actually got a preset Goldbricker, and so I'm here for all of their taunt enhancements that are worth like $500 million infamy. I'm just gonna load up on them. Yeah, it's a task force that you can get like one of these. You can get one of these special enhancements, and I think one of them is like worth ridiculous amounts of infamy.
Wow.
So yeah, and all right, I think this is the last one, and I like how this turned out. So yes,
yeah,
Ronald McDonald Lutz, because you never know how, just rob a bank.
You have to infiltrate Hamburger University, steal their burger secrets.
I'm going to do a team up with the Hamburglar.
There you go.
Oh God, what was that creepy moon Big Mac Tonight?
Oh yeah,
the lost mascot Big Mac Tonight.
Because he had to go back to whatever nightmare dimension he hailed from.
He had to go back to H.P. Lovecraft's dreams.
Yeah, it can only be summoned every 50 years or something.
All right,
when he returns, it will herald the end times.
Let's get a power done.
How do power? And all right, so I'm looking at the archetype origin enhancements.
Yes.
Do I want those? I feel like I want those.
Architect origin. Yes. Is it the? Let me see. Enhancements. Architect origin. Brute. Where's the brute? It's in alphabetical order. All right. Brute's fury. Unrelenting fury. Yes. I mean, I would say you want them, and I would say that these will be the easiest way to like get a couple powers done.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yes. So you can get them by 100 merit reward a pop. So there's six each, and they're not that expensive on the auction house. I'm not entirely sure how much. Probably like maybe at most like 10 million a pop. Maybe.
I wanted to say I looked at a few and they were somewhere around 8 million.
Okay, like. But
I'll check that as we go. But
yeah. That's not too bad. And then a good thing about these, you can use these at minimum level 10, but when you use one of the magic salvages on them, which are called enhancement catalysts. I'm gonna write this on the board. Enhancement catalyst. It is one of the thingies, and I don't have any right now on me. But you can actually get them. Excuse me. Here on this whatever weird vending machine that is. You can get enhancement catalyst times 1. You can get one for 20 reward merit, or you can purchase them on the auction house. Special enhancement catalyst. They're going for just under $1 million right now. I would imagine it would probably be better to just get one this way, because 20 reward merit is a little expensive. I think now we're getting to like exchange rate fictional currencies in a video game.
Yeah.
Now we're in full on Dogecoin. But when you use an enhancement catalyst on these particular the archetype origin enhancements, it turns them into a superior version.
Okay.
And then it makes the numbers better, and it makes the set bonuses better. But when you start using the enhancement catalysts on them, it's my understanding you need to go ahead and do the whole set, because the superior version and the regular set count as two different sets. Does that make sense?
Wait, repeat that last part.
So when you like this Brute's Fury, so you get all 6 of them, you put them in your power, you've got a 6 of 6 set.
Right.
When you start turning them into the superior kind, the superior Brute's Fury is a separate set.
Okay, they won't be a set anymore. Okay.
Correct. So
Until
you'll have 1 of 1 of the superior and 5 of 5 of the inferior.
Okay.
There we go.
Makes sense.
Yes, we're learning. And then I think, let me look at mine. So I have a hodgepodge of stuff, and also some of my powers were confusing, and I'm sure that you have at least one power in your primary or secondary that's like, what the fuck do I do with this? Because it don't make no sense. So I have Superior's Stalker's Guile. So I put my Stalker's Guile in one of my primary, like not my best power, but it's one of my best power. And why did I do that? Because I figured that if I use this, there's a chance to hide. Mm-hmm. So it's a single target ability. I hit somebody, and usually by the time I've used this power, I've already done my Assassinate. I've already done Sweeping Strike. If I'm down to one enemy, I use this. Maybe I'll go back into hide. Mm-hmm. So being hidden is, more hiding, more good. It gives another avenue to go back into hide. So that was that was my rationale for using that particular power or that particular set in this power.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to remember like what was my rationale for this. And where's the other one? Assassin's Mark. I think I just threw this on this one. My Sweeping Strike. Sure. I think I was just like, sure, I'll put it in here. I've got some things attuned, and I've got some things like with level additions, and I'm not entirely sure if like, I did the right thing or the not right thing, because like attuning is my understanding that it works for like side kicking down or malefactoring down, but like it is a little confusing, and I'm not entirely sure like how all this shit works as a child is stomping towards me. Oh God, Lovecraftian horror time. You okay, kid? You need me for anything? Oh no, I don't need anything, Father. Anyway, so I'm not entirely sure like what your shit does. I will take a look at your powers.
It's all fairly straightforward. Like pretty much all my invulnerability stuff is just on all the time.
Yes.
Either it's a toggle or it's passive. And the Titan weapons are just hit buttons. I've got a couple of, I hesitate to call them combos, but like follow through and whirling smash. They're based off something else first, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
My stuff does that also, because because if I remember correctly, when they originally put Titan weapons and dual blades in the game, that's when they started kind of putting in combos.
Yeah.
So, or follow throughs or whatever. So but like, where we actually do have a little bit more overlap might be in like the defensive stuff. So, and pretty much all of the your secondary set is probably going to be easier, because like it's basically just orange recipes for the most part. Like what is this? Reactive defense. This is a defense thing. Defense set. Like, I've just got a different defense set. Like, all of my stuff is defense, and I think most of your stuff is like resist damage. Like, you're all like invulnerability is all resist, right?
I think so. Yeah. It's
okay,
all,
let's look on the auction house.
Plus resist. Yeah.
Yeah. So, recipes.
I think I do have something that's plus defense.
Is it invulnerability?
Yeah, invincibility is.
Or, yeah, invincibility.
Oh, and tough hide is both.
Okay. Okay. What is? All right. Aegis. Aegis, is this the PvP unique? Okay. So, for your secondary stuff. I would suggest getting just getting oranges, like getting like level 50 like recipes, making them, putting them in, and then like attuning them. So it's always going to be at your level. It's like they don't have any like purple recipes. There's no like fancy schmancy confusing things. It's all like it's basically all oranges and purples, like whatever the hell they're called. I'm blanking on the terminology. The only thing you got to be careful of is like you probably don't want the PvP set. Is this the PvP set? Yes, this is the PvP. Gladiator's armor. That is a PvP set. And you definitely don't want to attune a PvP set because that bricks it, is my understanding.
Okay.
So like Aegis, and what you got to look at here is, it is my understanding that you can only get a set bonus 3 times.
Okay. So I can only do it basically on 3 different powers.
Yes, and it goes for it, like now we're in like D&D rules. Like that you just kind of have to, because the game doesn't tell you, like you have to go on something else. So this I do feel like we're going through the tomes, of D&D right now. And there are, like this Aegis thing, there is a unique no more than 1 enhancement of this type may be slotted by a character. So that gives a 5% bonus to psionic resistance and reduces the duration of all status effects by 20%. So so that is probably going to be the expensive one, if I had to hazard a guess, like over like endurance recharge or endurance recharge resistance. So like I don't know how many powers you had. I typically don't put like agent like I use a different recipe for every power, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do or wrong thing to do, because I reasoned like if I'm using a different recipe, it's more likely to have different set bonuses, and I don't want to like have the same set bonus over and over again because eventually it's not gonna work. So, and there is some sort of like program or like website that you can like work your character out, and people have recommended it. I know Squid's recommend it, and I'm blanking on the name of it. I tried using it and I was like, I'm just gonna eyeball it. Like, it's just I don't want to do it. But like looking at my powers, like I put like the things that I'm always using, I put like the orange recipes. Like I put like I've always got hide on, so I put like one of the orange defense things in there for my hide. And elude is my moment of like my moment of glory, oh shit button, so I put like luck of the gambler in there. But I started running out of defense stuff, so I ended up using some like just regular old invention defense buffs, because like some of this passive stuff, like agile, it's always on, and I only put like 2 slots in it because I was just like, my main thing is doing damage, and I could put like another luck of the gambler in here, but if I put it, like, eventually I'm going to stop getting the benefit for 2 slots of luck of the gambler that gives regeneration increased by 10%. And there's kind of a limit because it's always on. There's only one defense part of that recipe. Anything else would be like lowering recharge or lowering endurance, and it's passive, so I wouldn't get a benefit of that. So I just went with just give me more defense. Does that make sense? Yeah. See, this is all fucking confusing, and that's like, I racked my brain with like, am I doing this right? So I ended up just doing a plain old invention defense buff and then raised it to 50 plus 5. If I'm saying anything wrong, president or future YouTube people, like, check my work. And I know there are, builds on the forums, but I don't want, I'm allergic to that. Like, I just don't like doing that. I kind of just want to figure it out on my own. Like, that is an appeal for me, but at the same time, it can be painful. Because there is the am I doing a wrong? It's kind of hard to say. So
yeah, there is an extent to games like this, especially with the age, where certain problems are solved, quote unquote, in that there's a definitively optimal way.
More damage
to do everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and that if you want to be optimal, then basically you just do it this way.
Yes.
Right?
But respecs are free or very cheap. I completely forgot about like the trial that you can do to do a respect or respecification, or I forget the longer word. But like, what is it? Like, I totally took Whirlwind on because I just wanted to, and I've got the super speed. Whirlwind is this banana pants, where I do spinning. Spinning's a good trick. Yeah. And it is, let's see, I've got sudden acceleration. At first I increase, like, so it's a set, and the first one is knockback and accuracy. But it's an aura. It is a point, a point blank area of effect. A PBAOE. So accuracy doesn't like apply. so
You got it. Yeah.
So the knockback increasing the knockback was the only thing that I was getting a benefit from. So I was like, shit, I'm just going to take the sudden acceleration knock back to knock down. So there's a special enhancement in that particular set that converts knock back to knock down. But at the same time, there's something here. Converts any knockback this power deals to knock down. Some powers may have their chance to knock down reduced when this enhancement is slotted. Which I feel like that kind of reads as monkey's paw.
Mm-hmm.
So I still did it. I mean, it's a power that I pull out mostly for laughs. But I feel like that me talking about this is, I feel like I'm bringing up grappling rules in 3.5. Like it's like, let's do our it's like, does this work? I don't know. I'm sure there's something in here that I can click on that will tell me, like, what powers, combat attributes, this mess, this spreadsheet of insanity. Oh dear God, help me. So I don't know. Like, I find this game, fascinating, fun, and intimidating all at the same time.
Oh, for sure.
And definitely a throwback. But I don't know. There can be limits to this. So that's my outreach spiel. Trying to, one of these days I'm going to have to try to explain some of this to my oldest. But where are you at in your problems? How can I help you with your problems?
What are my problems?
Yes.
Okay. I'm squishier than I want to be.
Yes.
That's my main problem.
Okay.
I feel like as far as doing damage, I could always do better, but I'm not as concerned about that as I am about my squishiness.
Okay.
It's unbefitting.
I will say,
for my station.
Any amount of set bonuses will help you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, number 1 increases maximum health by 1.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Like for Brute's Fury, you are going to get increases lethal and smashing defense by 2.5% and melee defense by 1.25%. Like, when I got Malphazad in order, like when I actually started doing the set bonuses and everything, I got my lifespan in a fight just went up. Like, it was noticeably better for me. And Jess has done about half of her powers, and she's not as squishy also. Mm-hmm. So doing anything will help. So that's my take. So what is recharge, chance for regeneration, and endurance discount? Well, where the fuck does this go? Recharge, chance for regen, and endurance discount. No more than one enhancement of this type may be slotted by a character. It gives this power a chance to grant you a small regeneration endurance discount bonus and reduces recharge time by an amount. This regeneration endurance discount buff stacks up to 5 times. This effect will trigger roughly 6 times per minute. This enhancement can only be slotted by brutes and may be slotted into any brute damage power. I would imagine that you would probably want to put this in something that you use relatively often.
Yeah.
So, because if you use it more often, you would be getting the benefit of it more often.
Right.
So you're going to get more regen, and your powers are going to cost less. Or is it just this power you get the endurance discount? So, and I mean, that's going to, like, I think just getting 2 powers square will probably make somewhat of a noticeable difference.
Yeah.
So, and then what is and then you don't have to make those. Like, all you have to do is just put those in a power, and then just enhancement catalyst them, and then you've got a power done. And
is the enhancement catalyst, I use that on an orange, right?
Yes.
And that makes it superior.
Okay. Are you doing it on an orange or the no?
Well, right. That's
yes. Okay. Yes.
Because I'm just kind of looking at the auction house and just seeing what there is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I could buy.
And this,
like, say I could buy all of the Brute's Fury set, right?
Yeah. Just buy the Brute's Fury, because that gets you one done, and then it will give you the opportunity to use enhancement catalysts, and that will help you learn about that. Baby steps.
Okay. Because I could just buy superior versions of them. They're a fair bit more expensive.
I would suggest just getting
do the oranges.
Just do the Architect Origin and buy you 6 enhancement catalysts. Also, now that you're level 50, you will get an enhancement catalyst from drops every so often. I think you get like one every hour-ish, odds are. So. Because there's a lot of terms like the different kinds of recipes, the different kinds of enhancements that for the most part are color coded. Like, for the most part, the game does do a good job of like keeping the color coded tiers of stuff consistent. But at the same time, there are like the shape of the archetype origins. They are attuned, and attuned, this enhancement's effective level is always the same as the user. That is also when you use a catalyst on on an enhancement that you made from a recipe, it actually changes the visual shape of that enhancement. They go from being like the what is this, 6-sided octagonal shape to the round. This is now attuned, but they're not any different in terms of numbers. So when you if you do a Luck of the Gambler enhancement, you attune that, it doesn't become the superior Luck of the Gambler.
Okay.
And I think that that's actually something that should be spelled out somewhere in the game. But I recognize that this is a labor of love and everybody's holding this shit up together. I'm just saying.
Right.
So, but at the same, all right, there's also another thing. There's, but I don't want to get ahead. I don't want to confuse you. It's baby steps. Because this shit is confusing. But at the same time, this little terminal has all of the answers compiled in here. It's just a series of drop-down tabs that can be overwhelming.
True.
So, yeah. So again, like anything that you like want to talk out, or if you're like, I have a question, please shout it out, because I know this is frustrating as fuck, and the first time you do it is definitely harder. Like, I racked my brain a lot more on Malphazad than Lutz, honestly. Like, I just find it, for whatever reason, that first time it just, because it's the AO enhancements and the, what is the other one, the PvP IO sets and the standard invention and all that. We're getting fun facts. Humans are born with 4 kidneys. When they grow up, 2 of them become adult knees. Yes, thank you. I think we need a fact check on that, but thank you, Pitbull.
Sounds fake, but I don't know enough to dispute it.
Yes.
So I'm going to repeat it as a fact.
NPR will be neutral on this. Some say. Reports say. Some say. But yeah, like the very rare IO sets versus IO sets and all that, it is confusing.
All right, I bought myself a full set here of Brute's Fury.
A full set of Brute's Fury. Do you know where you're going to stick it?
No.
Okay. Share with the class. Let's work it out. Let's do our math.
Let me see. Oh, what do they do?
They go smashy smash. So Brute's Fury. Which one was that? Oh no, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Brute's Fury. We're going to. Okay, so recharge and Fury bonus. What does that do? Recharge and Brute and Fury bonus. Okay. And then the Lord said, no more than one enhancement of this type may be slotted by one character.
Right.
Okay. Gives gives this power a chance to grant 5 fury to the brute and reduce recharge time by a percent. Okay. So I would imagine this is also something, one of your better powers, or something that you use relatively often, I would imagine.
Yeah, it looks like it's not going to matter terribly.
Yeah, because you've got a rotation. That's another thing. Also,
Yeah.
you're not going to break your character. You're not going to. You're not going to break your character. It's okay. I'm a helpful clown here. Do you not trust me because I look like a clown?
It does give me a little bit of pause.
All right. Does this help? Officer ACAB reporting for duty.
Might make me trust you less. Use your cop wisdom to tell me some stuff that's probably not true.
I don't know. Did you try?
A machine that can detect lies.
Yes. Have you tried shooting it? Or now I'm just a helpful longbow agent. I'm just G.I. Joe.
Well,
You can do it. I believe in you.
might just stick this on Rend armor. It's got kind of a long cooldown, but it does do a lot of damage.
There you go.
I use it pretty much all the time. So
Also, if it brings back your, if it reduces the recharge time, I mean,
right.
so it brings it back more, and then grants 5 fury to the brute. Also, I don't know how fury work. Like, do you get fury per hit?
Yeah, well, actually, I do not 100% know. I know that I just generate it just by attacking.
Okay, so
my damage powers, and it's a bar that goes up, and I do more damage as the bar goes up.
yes.
So I want to keep the bar up as much as possible.
So
Hard to do when I'm on my face half the time.
yeah, I know. We're gonna fix you. You're gonna be okay. It's a team effort. But like,
I'm getting psi blasted by Nazis. Get out of my mind.
The costume.
They're defeating me in debate.
Oh god. But like,
that's what I say in my mind. They're just bewildering me with so much bullshit and nonsense that my brain just shuts down. It's my only weakness.
Oh god.
I'm putting these in Rend armor.
There you go. Yeah, but I mean, like, as far as fury works, like, you get fury when you attack and when you're attacked. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm doing brute stuff.
Yes. And
when I'm rooting it up.
You don't. Do you get fury per person or per attack? Like,
that's the thing I don't really know.
Okay.
Like, do I get more for using my cone attacks?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
that I don't know.
Does anybody know? Is it like, because the more attackers you have on you, I do think that makes you get more fury, but is it just purely because you're getting attacked more? I have no idea. I'm not going to look on the forums. I refuse to look on the forums. I refuse. But I feel like
I did chop the recharge time in half.
There you go. You're doing a thing. You're doing it.
Wowee.
I like your joke. The costume that grants qualified immunity. Yes, that made me chuckle. But you will notice a difference. You know, Men's Warehouse. You're gonna like how you look, or whatever. when you're not face down on the ground. You can do it.
Look at Unrelenting Fury here.
All right.
I'm just going to get both of these brute sets and figure out where I want to put them.
There you go. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. That is a good thing. I'm going to stand here looking. Oh, there's a goddamn gargoyle just went by. Oh my. That's not a gargoyle. That's a. I'm not sure what a mythological creature just went by. You can do it. I believe in you. Once you get 2 powers out of, I don't know, a bunch. I'm just wandering around. I feel like if I talk about any of like the orange recipes, it's just gonna like break your mind.
It could be.
So let's just get those 2 powers and get yourself like 12 enhancement catalysts and then rock and roll. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm going to just shower you with unconditional positive regard. Because the game isn't.
Sure.
I'll see if what kind of missions I got. Oh, I know somebody we should talk to. This is a good one. I gotta go find number 6. Clicky, clicky. I'm all ears. Okay, alright. Alright, when you, I'm not rushing you, but when you get done with these 2 powers, I have a treat for us. And then maybe you won't die. Or maybe you'll be less likely to die. And I'm afraid if I have you start looking at incarnate stuff, that might actually make you like rage quit the game or cry in real life. Because that shit is confusing too. Everything in this game is confusing. I do love I love it, but it's confusing. Oh, we've got Tesla here.
What?
The Tesla. I'm going to tell him to come get his trucks. I bought a Cybertruck. It sucks. I blame you. We got another skull-based entity over here. Quadro Skull. Well, he looks cool.
I know that guy.
You know that guy?
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Okay.
I've seen him in the Skull Dimension. He gets around.
You shop at the same Skull apparel.
Yeah. You go to the same boutiques.
The same Skullons.
Hey.
Oh, God.
All right, enhancement catalysts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're doing this. Enhancement catalysts. They're a little expensive, but they're worth it. Enhancement catalyst. Looks like they're going about $1 million. I don't know if I don't have any on me. I would just.
I got the cash.
Yeah. Shady Rogues are funded. The infamy is funded from viewers like you. So thank you all.
Might be a dumb question, but am I like if I want 6 of them, do I do it for the cost of 1 or the cost of 6?
Yeah, you just put the price and then change the number, and then you will get that number of them for
at
each.
that price for each. Okay.
Yes, for each. And then you'll spend the amount after you hit make offer. And then just give it a couple seconds, and
where does it store those?
It goes to, that is a type of salvage, and it will go to special salvage. And, helpful fact, if you get some of this stuff on a character and want to, you can put you can put them in the storage in the base. So you don't have to mail them or just hand them to somebody. Like, they will go in the invention salvage holding things. Enhancement catalysts, unslaughters, you can put them in there. So if you were, if you ever get Son of Pouch Master, to 50, you can switch out stuff.
All right, I've got 12 enhancement catalysts.
All right, let's chew this bubble gum. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready for this. You can do it. I'm cheering you on.
How do I use them?
Oh, that's a good question. How do?
Hold up.
Yeah, that's another thing.
How do you?
Okay, so what you do when you go to manage your enhancements. So you've got your powers and so forth. So if you click on a power, and then it pulls it up, and then you click on the enhancement, and then options. Well, if you have an enhancement catalyst, it will pop up over to the left of the power, and then you click on it, and then it will ask you, do you want to use this on this? And then you say yes, and then it will combine them. It'll do the magic sound of brrr and all that stuff. Does that make sense?
I do this from the enhancement management. Enhancements manage.
Yes, the manage. Yes. So after you have put the powers, after you've put your brute sets into your 2 brute powers, you click on the powers in which you put them in there, and then it pulls up the power that you clicked on, and then you click on the enhancement that you want to use the enhancement catalyzer on, and then it will prompt you, you sure you want to do this, and then it will do it. And then that should be a superior version of whatever you used it on. Excuse me. Not sure if my burping is getting picked up on the mic or not.
All it does is bring up combination mode.
Combination mode.
I go into enhancements, manage, right?
Enhancements, manage.
Yeah, and then I've got all my list of powers.
Yeah.
And anything I click on just brings up like the enhancement combination thing.
The enhancement Oh, that you're looking at. Yeah, you are in combination mode. Choose an active enhancement for your power. So click on one of them, and then we'll pull it up.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then the little who's it should be on the left.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure I want to proceed. Okay.
Yes.
Let me make sure I did that right. So I was just clicking around like
Gotcha.
a maniac.
Yes. Just make sure you got the right power with
power. Click on the enhancement.
Yes.
Catalyst. Okay, success.
It's okay.
Superior.
Superior.
Okay.
Yes, we've done it. We've launched. We've done it.
All right,
yes.
We're in operation.
Yes. My little skull man is growing up. So soon you will have 2 powers done.
That's right.
I mean, this is... I do think... it gets easier. But, like, when you're looking at, like, the different recipes and everything, that gets complicated. We got ourselves a cowboy. Oh, you're an FF fan, so this is slotting materia. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah. Oh, God.
Actually, it's pretty similar.
Okay. It's like we have to translate this in a different language of nerd.
Yeah. I'm going to speak in my nerd languages. All right. That is done. While I'm here, and while I'm just doing stuff.
Yeah.
I might want to take care of one of my secondary power sets.
Okay, so you have got 2 powers down.
Yep. They are all superior.
Okay, awesome. So a secondary ability. Okay, let's try to work through this. Like, what is a secondary ability that you would like to make better?
Let's just say invincibility.
Invincibility.
That's kind of looking at it. That's plus defense all.
That's your oh shit button.
No, my oh shit button is unstoppable.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Invincibility is just a toggle. Yeah.
Okay, how many slots you got?
6.
You got 6 slots. Okay. So invincibility is kind of like one of your primary things, yes? Or secondary. It's secondary. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
I used the wrong word.
I knew what you meant.
Yes. Okay. So it's a resist. Is it a resist or
defense?
It's a defense. Okay.
That's one of my few.
Okay. So I think that probably actually makes this easier. So you can go Luck of the Gambler or reactive defenses. And maybe it would make more sense for you to go reactive defenses. So I am looking on the auction house, and I went to recipes, defense sets, reactive defenses, because, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because of the thing that particular recipe does, like its unique thing is, I Um, it grants damage resistance to all types as your life goes down.
Okay.
So, and then there's also shield wall also. So, what does shield wall do? What's its unique thing? Well, this is a PvP set. Shield wall is PvP.
Okay.
Luck of the Gambler does global recharge and defense. But, I mean, either one. I just liked, I've got this on the darkness aura that I think that Malphazad has, because it does like some resist. Or, I'm sorry, it does defense. But like I'm squishy, so while slotted, this enhancement grants you damage resistance to all types. This bonus starts off at 0% at full life and slowly increases to around 10% at very low life. You know, whatever very low life means. I know that it's, you know, there's
yeah.
There's hard numbers behind some more, you know, I guess qualitative things. So
Yeah. All right. Fucking, I'll just buy these.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the crafting is going to be I guess the bugbear. PvP sets have PvE specific bonuses. I don't remember what they do. Thank you for the thank you for the.
Oh, I see. There are certain ones that are marked PvP.
Oh dear God, yes.
Certain bonuses are marked PvP, and you don't get those.
I completely forgot about. I forgot about this. Thank you, Squid. Yes. Oh God. Okay. To keep things maximally confusing. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there.
So that might be an option for you because of the whole like increases maximum health. Because that is a good amount. So what does this do? 20% protection and 5% resistance to all damage types. Okay, shield wall might be also an option, but not necessarily like right now.
Yeah, I'll have to give that some thought, I guess.
Because that might be, you know, you could also put this in unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it also gives me some psionic resistance.
That's going to be good. So, you know, you'll be less on the ground.
Which I think I've got one power that gives me psionic resistance.
Yeah. It is my understanding that the psionic resistance is a little bit harder to come by. I think it's the stone armor that gets the little Ioun stones that go above their head that protect against that. Or resist against that, rather.
All right, I'll buy me some reactive.
Okay.
Defensive.
Okay. You can do it. I believe in you. All right. And I would imagine that this will... God, I hope it's a noticeable thing. Oh, good Lord.
All right. And just enhancement catalyze these the same way.
Yes. But, yeah. Are you just buying the enhancements outright?
Yeah.
That will be easier. that will be.
I'm going easy mode.
Okay.
I still got like 150 million infamy, so.
Okay.
I'm rich, so I'm going to do what rich people do. I'm just going to solve my problems by buying them, by throwing money at them. I'll do the more complicated stuff.
Okay.
As I go.
Yeah.
Because I figure that's just a case of just buying the shit I need. Buy the recipe, then buy the shit I need.
Yeah. I mean, that will...
or farm it if I...
Yeah, I mean, you can... I would go ahead and, like, just buy stuff, honestly, but...
Yeah.
But, I mean, but also, like, the recipes are fine. Like, that's a fine way of doing it that way. Not necessarily the enhancements themselves, although that is an option. It'll save you less... It'll be less brain, draining.
Yeah.
/ time consuming. I mean, there's just like getting like knowing where to get the stuff and knowing what stuff is out there is a big part of it. So I guess I probably would put probably some PvP stuff in here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll know that for the next character, because I completely forgot about the PvP enhancements have both. They have 2 sets of set bonuses, which just to keep things just more confusing. We need to maximize the confusing. We have to bring the parliamentarian in on this.
All right. Yeah, and I can see that as you do all your powers of these, that all these kind of 2.5%, 4% bonuses or whatever, they accumulate.
Yeah. So, and that's going to help keep you alive
quite a bit. So.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes. So the sets are where it's at, honestly.
All right. Well, that's 3 powers done.
Awesome.
I decided to overachieve.
Okay, so you've done it. So do you have a contact? So you're level 50 now. Do you have a contact number 6? He is over here. See if you can talk to him.
Let me see if I can talk to him.
Okay, so if you get a mission, because this guy is he's over here. Follow the little red man. He's a little robot dude. So you get the mission for this guy. So we could do because it's a story arc, and
He doesn't have anything for me.
He doesn't have anything for you? Maybe you got to finish the whatever
Maybe.
story arc. I'm not entirely sure. But let's do it as a treat for you getting 3 powers done.
All right.
All right, I gotta put all my ghostiness on. Put your powers on. All right, let's shoot this fucker. All right, and it is set. It is over here. No, where is it? It's over here. It's over here. There we go. All right. Well, now what do you want to talk about? Now that we got your homework done.
Good question.
Like, I did all of Loot's powers on a Saturday, and it took me fucking forever. Like, it just took me forever. And then after I got done, I was like, I'm gonna turn my computer off.
Yeah.
But okay.
There's a certain point with these games where you gotta do your bookkeeping.
Yeah.
You gotta do your accounting.
All right, I gotta speak to a drummer. Blah. Sure. All right, we got monsters coming in. We got a Cthulhu coming in.
Oh.
There is a cool Lulu coming in. Fucker hit me. Are you dying less quickly? Do you notice the power yet?
I don't know.
You don't know. Oh, that's fine.
Not sure. Maybe. I don't know. I took some licks, but...
Can you take bees?
Not the bees.
Oh, God.
Hey, I killed him.
You did it.
Who's this infested person? Poke.
Oh, I can do this. I can call lightning now.
Ooh.
Because I'm a cool dude now. I feel like if we actually talk about the various things that happened since the last time we talked, it's going to be a very hard turn for conversation, but I'm down for it.
I mean, I'm cool for whatever.
Okay. Is there there was actually there was something I got to thinking about the X-Men, because we talked X-Men last week, and I just didn't think about it when it came up, because we got talking about like New Mutants and like gay representation, and I was wondering, are you familiar with the characters Cypher and Warlock?
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually have you seen them in the canon?
Yeah, I've encountered them a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they queer coded? Is their relationship queer coded?
I haven't seen enough of them to know, but I know when I last saw them, I think Cypher was riding around inside Warlock.
They become one flesh, and
yeah.
and I did not. It wasn't until like I got to thinking about the New Mutants, like a couple months ago. But I don't, I didn't pick up on that like when I read it as a kid, like middle school, teenage me didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
I picked up on something else that, I'll get there in a minute. Are you familiar with Shatterstar? And you know Shatterstar, right?
Shatterstar, yeah, he was. He ends up in X-Force.
Yes.
Yeah, I know him mostly from X-Force.
Okay, but like
back in the day, but
back in the day, he had a very strong friendship with Richter, and there was an episode. There was an issue of Cable where Richter is leaving on a jet plane, and we don't know when he's going to come back again. And Shatterstar looked really, really sad, and teenage me was like, "Oh, he's disproportionately sad." And
they're just really good friends.
They're just really good friends, and it was, over a decade plus later that in X Factor Investigations, which was kind of this hodgepodge. Peter David wrote for he wrote for the original X Factor for a little bit. He did the psychiatry episode issue that is well regarded.
Okay.
And he did X Factor, which was kind of like Generation X, X-Force, and also some X Factor, like a lot of various X-Team second stringers. They did some interesting things. And they did Richter came out as bi, and I don't know if they actually did full couple, but I do remember there was very much a full-throated, here is a kiss, and it's not ambiguous whatsoever. The Shatterstar Richter kiss it's like, okay, it's glad that
actually sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I've heard of that. Yeah.
So
okay,
it was the unambiguous. Here they are. And there was a little bit of a love triangle between Richter had got with Wolfsbane, and she has some religious trauma in her life. Her father is a murderous fundamentalist Catholic priest, and I think that was an opportunity for are you gay, are you not? And it's like, there is a middle option. There is some centrism involved in this too, possibly. So, because hey, they don't teach you about bi erasure growing up. That it's not one or the other. You can have both. So, which.
But it is a spectrum of sorts.
It is a spectrum. So, had a little bit of a dialogue in text to do a little bit of educational work. Marvel Comics indoctrinating our young. Or making them, not hate themselves for, having various sexual feelings towards, their peers.
Yeah, everyone forgets that artsy types tend to find themselves in the company of all kinds of different people.
Yeah.
Even if they're not part of a certain community themselves, they're more likely to run into casually, people who aren't necessarily like them. Like with all things, that engenders a certain amount of understanding and sympathy.
Yeah.
It's like, I have friends that are gay. I know people.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of...
They're not just all conservative Christians from Middle America.
Right. Despite what some people would really, really love to believe.
Little Jimmy read a comic book and came back home after an operation. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Yep. You just show up at the doctor's office with an issue of X Factor, and they're like, "Good enough. That's a note from your parent." Time for bottom surgery. I mean, is that actually what, like, I mean, that's the bullshit that gets peddled. That, like, you just, you know, you turn gay because you read an issue of X Factor.
Yeah, that bad information got into your brain.
Yeah. But that...
And infected you.
Like, that's how white supremacy works, not sexual orientation.
Yeah. You read the bad thing. You consume the bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's called moral degeneration.
So, yeah, but like, so I knew about, like, Shatterstar was, and also he dressed a little fabulous.
That is true.
So, and there was something of a reference because he is Longshot's son. And maybe,
that's right.
Maybe Dazzler, I guess that's Longshot and Dazzler's kid, I guess, because he was like from the future of Mojoverse. It's complicated. All right, let me go talk to...
I remember that.
Let me go talk to this person. And... All right. There I am. Spooling up the guns. There we go. Now we're in Starship Troopers. I don't think
the world rests in the hands of Lutz the Goblin.
Everybody look over there as I go out the portal with this bag of money.
Oh, look, you got to get paid.
Yes.
All right, you got bills, you got family.
Yeah. I've got all these kids that I need to trans. Oh, God.
They're coming home every day with a different gender.
Mm. But, like, the... There's like some like complicated stuff with like Warlock. Like I don't even know, because Cypher would like give of his body to Warlock because Warlock is a technological cosmic horror.
Yeah.
And yeah, but they would become one flesh in battle. And I kind of feel like it's like if E.T. got with Elliot, I don't know, like it's like there's a little bit of that. I don't know. I'm not trying to make it, sound creepier than what it is, but like, they're at least in the same age cohort. That's not like, we're not getting into like age of consent laws. I don't know, but like Warlock is definitely like masculinely coded, because if they wanted to do like a female version of of Warlock, they would have boobs. Like I know how comic books work.
Yes.
Like if Warlock anything from space is female, it has boob.
Oh yeah.
So be it.
It can be made of rock. It can be made of energy.
If boobs and booty.
It doesn't matter.
It is a femoid. So, and then like eventually Cypher gets dead. He eventually gets better, but it takes like a long time.
So this guy just stays dead for a while.
He stays dead for a long time, sort of, and Warlock eventually dies. And he stays dead for less time. But in the 90s, during the Phalanx Covenant, a character, Douglock, shows up.
Oh, I know that name.
And I'm wondering if originally that was supposed to be their child.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me too much, just, knowing some other...
Yes.
Some other situations, like the Nightcrawlers thing we talked about.
Oh, yes. The confusing the tree. Yeah. Because eventually it's like I'm just Warlock, and I thought I was, I had some self-friend DNA in me or whatever. So yeah, I mean, we're talking about the important comic book issues of our time. What is Douglock? Child of 2B. Not even B. I mean, they're pretty. I mean, they're New Mutant characters. I mean, we're already at the C tier.
Yeah.
But still, I guess thinking it, talking about like North Star, which pretty much was the gay representation for like Marvel. That was their one gay character that they would allow. And I don't know like how
just like Hollywood, you get one.
You get one, but you take like Chris Claremont put quite a bit of like Native American and indigenous representation, like in X-Men and
he did
Alpha Flight. I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't know how well that hits. Like if you are an indigenous person, I don't know how that works, but it is, it's kind of one of those things that I'm like, I feel like he's trying. Yeah,
I mean, the name Warpath doesn't
sure.
Or Scalp Hunter.
Yeah, Scalp Hunter.
That's bad. Yeah, I wonder if they actually. I think he might go by Grey Crow now.
Okay.
Which is better, and he's totally Chuck Norris.
Really?
Oh, he's got like that handle. Oh, he might be. Hell, he might be queer coded because he's got a handlebar mustache. I mean, but actually, I want to say it was in the Mutant Massacre that I learned that Inuit is the proper term.
Oh yeah, that comes up.
Yeah, harpoon is Inuit, not a blubber eater. So yeah.
Yeah.
That a comic book from fucking 1980 whatever, cleared that up.
Again, not political.
Not political. And I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, representation of, Inuit people with having a harpoon slinging. He kind of he has like a gambit power, doesn't he?
It seemed like it's a little unclear. It seemed like his harpoon could turn into energy.
Okay.
I got beat.
You did. I can get you back in a minute. What is
eyeball guy got me?
You got killed by inseminated. You got killed by a zygote, bro. Come here.
Oh, I can get myself up.
I mean, I can.
I'll wait for you.
I'll get you. Actually,
I'll give you CPR.
I will say that, like, Chris Claremont would be somebody that I would love to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Because like, and there's a good documentary on like his run of X-Men. It was on Prime.
Oh, I should check that out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still on Prime. It might be on Tubi because fuck everything else is on Tubi. I don't know.
I can find out, but yeah.
They did make it sound like the people that like worked with him did kind of rein in some of his, maybe some kind of wackier shit. I'm blanking on their names. It's the person who one of the people that worked with him was the lady who actually came up with Longshot.
Okay.
Because he showed up in a mini series, that was pretty zany.
Yeah, because in X-Men, he just kind of appears.
He just appears.
In X-Men, and he's there now, and everyone's like, hey, it's Longshot.
Yeah.
He's been here.
He's been here.
And I'm like, hold up.
Yeah. Yeah, because that dealt with like Mojo and Spiral and Ricochet Rita. Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen her.
Okay. Oh God. Do you want a spoiler?
Yeah, it's fine.
Spiral is Spiral and Ricochet Rita are the same person.
Okay.
From Mojoverse is temperamental. It's got
linear time.
It has plot weirdness.
Okay.
Because there was like one of the things was supposed to be that like Mojoverse, like that I've heard, but it's not canon. Because other comics have contradicted it, that Mojo, there was one Mojo and one Mojo verse.
Okay.
And that kind of went into the like, all this is just television meta take. The X-Men are like just a product for him to maintain his, whatever. His
media empire.
Yes, his media-based tyrannical form of government. I think there might be
democracy.
I think there might be some politics in there. I'm not entirely sure.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, there's a big boy over there.
Ooh, Shadow Hunter.
Yep. I'm gonna go stab him.
Screw you, buddy. I'll start beating on him.
I think I'm about to hear a pan flute. Oh God, trees. So I mean, like, because I think, like, I do recommend, like, that miniseries, the Long Shot miniseries, because it's kind of like he befriends a stunt lady, and I think that's Rita, and I think she joins his kind of merry band of freedom fighters in the Mojoverse, but eventually at some point, like, you find out that Spiral is like the future version of Rita that Mojo did Cronenbergian bullshit to.
Okay.
There's a lot there. X-Men is comic books are weird, yo.
True. And the X universe is already quite sprawling.
Yeah, I mean it was popular and they just went to town. They were just like,
oh yeah,
get me the X babies. Which that is the fucking X babies.
X babies.
Yeah.
Selling Muppet babies.
I actually think that was a joke about the Muppet babies. I think it was, because you had like the Muppet Show, which I think was like more of an adultish humor. And I think that is analogous to, like, say, the X-Men, which is a more adult-ish brand of humor. You have one of the good guys killing a native of the Savage Land in front of a in front of a demon Catholic, and
in front of his horrified friends.
in front of his horrified friend, and oh god, that. Speaking of the Savage Land, I was going to bring this up because it's kind of like some lost canon, and I don't know if it's a apocryphal or actual canon, but when they went to the Savage Land, do you remember a panel where like two savage babes take Colossus to the beach?
Yes.
You remember that?
I do.
Okay, because
I was like, oh.
The himbo is getting some sex on the beach. They go back to the Savage Land, and there's a little Colossus. Yep.
No kidding. All right.
Oh, we're just talking about like wedlock Colossus babies. But yeah, I don't know if that's canon or not. But they didn't spell it out. But like the lady with, I think she had a mohawk. Like you see a little kid that Colossus picks up, and I don't know if he made the connection because he's a bit dim.
Right.
Colossus from Russia, himbo.
He's a simple peasant.
I do not know where birds and bees come from.
I know how to farm.
Yes, in Breck tractor. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how do powers work? Like there's some discontinuity with like Colossus's power, Nightcrawler's power. Like does he get bigger when he changes? Because there was like he escapes a trap in Murder World, legally distinct Future World / West World. So yeah,
because for the most part it's drawn that way.
Like there's the crack, there's the
physically larger.
Yeah, but then I think they just started drawing him like 6'6" or whatever.
Yeah, drawing him as huge all the time, and then he just turns metal. That's more what I'm familiar with, I think.
Yeah. You might have missed our Warlock and Cypher queer-coded discussion. I think, Squid. We've moved on to illegitimate Soviet babies.
Illegitimate ex-babies.
And is Nightcrawler invisible in the dark or just hard to see because,
Oh, right, yeah.
Or actually invisible?
Because the first time it happens, he seems to just be invisible.
Yes, and I think surprised, like he's never been in a room with the lights.
Yeah, like it had never happened before. He gets knocked into some shadows, and he's like,
My God, I'm invisible.
Yeah. It cannot be seen, or whatever. And then he gets rescued by some elves.
I thought it was leprechauns.
They're leprechauns.
Okay.
They're leprechauns. They're in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets rescued by leprechauns. And then that shows up like a couple more times, and then seems to be forgotten about for a while. And then like the next it shows up, it does seem like, he's just hard to see.
Okay. Or can he stick to walls? That's another thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
never explicitly stated.
Yeah. Or can he
that he has been known to do.
Yes. Oh my God, we gotta go over there. That stuff doesn't bother me anymore. Like at one point in time, that shit would kind of bother me. I'm more worried about like the history, not how the powers work, even though I seem to remember that I went on a rant about like Gambit killed Wolverine and no one cared. But I try to do it in a funny way.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's, writing can be hard, and it can be hard to keep everything straight.
yeah.
And sometimes, you forget. You forget
Yeah.
what powers the characters have.
I forget half the shit that I've said on this stream today.
Yeah, I can't imagine keeping all that shit 100% straight.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out where to go. Have you found out where to go? Yes, you have.
Maybe?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
You're doing a good job. I can't keep this shit straight.
I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am.
I got powers. I don't even know what they do.
I mean, that is true. Yeah, there's also, there's like I don't want to harp on it again because it doesn't really bother me.
Do it.
But there is some inconsistency in Rogue's power.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of like, she absorbs people's memories and their powers, but like for how long? Is it
That's plot
determined
determined.
by the length of contact or how much contact? Yeah, it's all determined by what's needed.
Yeah.
Plus, sometimes her brain is completely taken over by somebody and she turns against the X-Men for a couple pages.
I think
And
that's a little.
she's recovered in a couple of panels.
And I think that's some like spiritualist / multiple personality kind of stuff, which is in the soup at the time.
Yeah, and they've done a lot more with it. Like right now, she has Carol Danvers as a second personality,
which I actually think is really interesting.
It is, and they've used it to pretty interesting effect.
There is a really sad and there's a really good Rogue episode where they just dealt with that in the cartoon.
Because it is really interesting. I mean, yeah, she basically murdered.
She
murdered Carol Danvers
in a very and there was actually some really interesting stuff in it was like mid 2000s. They did some more stuff. Like basically, Rogue completely fucked her life up. Like completely. Like her alcoholism. Like she doesn't have feelings towards her own parents and family.
Yeah, like she has memories but no attached feelings.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty fucked.
Yes, yeah. And I think that is I think that is a very interesting thing to have, like a good guy and dealing with trying to atone, trying to be a productive member of society or whatever, like an actual interesting redemption arc with that. And I would like to see how they portray that in a movie, having Rogue as a villain like she started out in the comic. And
and who basically becomes a hero because of the after effects of that.
I've actually never thought about it that way. Did she steal her heroicism?
I mean, you gotta wonder, because there's a point when she's like, I can't deal with this, so she goes to the X-Men. She goes to Professor X and is like, I need help.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, how much of that is Rogue and how much of that is Carol? Good question.
That is, I kind of look at, my take is that she finally realized that her mom is an abusive so-and-so.
Yeah.
It was, that she did an extended bad touch on Miss Marvel, and there were actual repercussions.
Yeah. Did a very bad thing. An accident, but, some of it could have been avoided by not being a dick.
Not being terrorist mom,
Right.
Yeah.
So I do think that's all very interesting. And Rogue's look is kind of constantly in flux.
Yeah.
Some of that just, art stuff, but she's undergone a number of costume iterations already.
Yeah. She kind of didn't get the look until like Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a thing. Yeah. That it didn't hit the sweet spot for her look. Got a lot of ways like Storm too.
Yeah. But Storm is still, I think she's still kind of doing her punk rock kind of thing.
Yeah, the mohawk.
Right now. Get off me. Some dork's punching me in the butt. Yeah, I think right now Rogue, I think she even kind of has Wolverine hair.
Okay, well, it was the 80s.
I mean, yeah, some of it's 80s. But she's even got kind of like the Wolverine kind of swoop. The swoops.
Flock of seagulls.
She's got the kind of flock of seagulls sort of look.
I forgot about that, yeah.
I feel like that happens around when they go to Genosha.
Okay.
I think.
Totally not.
Totally not South Africa.
It is not South Africa. They don't sound like South Africans at all.
Again, completely apolitical.
Completely apolitical, yep.
Let me in. All right. That was kind of the first time that Carol Danvers emerged as a discrete personality, and now they kind of share time.
Yeah, that's
in the body after that.
Which I think that gets cleared up when they go through the magic portal.
Oh, the Siege Perilous.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm waiting for that to reappear. It showed up once. Romo was like, "Oh, by the way, here's this thing.
Here's this magic.
Use it. Here's this magic portal that will judge people."
Yeah.
It will spiritually judge them, and they send some of the Reavers through, and then it just hasn't come back yet.
Okay, because that's the portal is important. Like it's something that like has a lot of because eventually it splits up the X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And then it's kind of like, everybody does some interesting things. It's the reason why Psylocke is Asian.
Oh, okay.
that is the reason why Psylocke is Asian.
Right. It's one of the things I know happens, but I don't actually know when.
Yeah, it is the reason why.
Because she's just British right now.
It's the reason why Bastion exists.
Oh, okay.
And it took them. Yeah, that was a callback. What else? And I guess that's why Rogue doesn't have a head Carol anymore.
Yeah, I assume. Like she didn't when I started reading.
Okay. Yeah. They had to do a factory reset on her power. But yeah, comic books are weird, dude. That's like, yeah. Can I go in here? I can go in here. If I get a parasite, I'm sorry. There's some shaking eggs in here. I feel like I should pop them.
Yep, pretty weird.
All right.
Let's leave those be.
We're not bringing those on the ship.
No, we're going to follow quarantine procedures.
I listened to the lady and the cat.
I just hope there's not a robot here to countermand our
God.
orders. Corporate robot.
I was trying to think if there was anything else that like I got thinking of from the last X-Men discussion. Like where are you at now? Did you read any more?
Yeah. Where am I? I guess I feel like a number of things have happened. Inferno's come and gone.
Oh yeah.
Which that's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing. And also a bit of a to be continued.
There's stuff from that doesn't get resolved like until like years later.
Oh yeah.
Like the kids that get sacrificed, they end up in limbo.
Oh.
Like quite literally like 20 plus years later, when they relaunched the New Mutants, like around the time that I stopped reading in like the 2010s, like the 12 kids like grew up, and they basically redid what happened with like Magic. They grew up in a hell dimension.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Huh.
They might have been also swiping a little bit from Buffy too, but I'm pretty sure that's where Joss Whedon got some of that from Chris Claremont too. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Guys are shooting me.
Where are you? Are you dying here?
Only a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, maybe more than a little bit.
Can I do this? I can't do that. Holy shit. What if I do this? Can I knock people down? Okay, my knockdown is dick. Anyway. Maybe I should stop fucking around. Can I spin and attack? I feel like that's not great. I feel like that would be very bad. You're surviving better, I think.
Yeah, I am.
That's good.
I'm getting enough time to use
Things.
Self-heal and yeah.
I'm gonna pop this pineapple.
I'm not having the situation where I'm at half health and then I'm at no health.
Yeah. That is good. Success.
Yeah.
Did Inferno happen because of Ghostbusters?
Oh.
Because I seem to remember like
I'm going to say yes.
A panel where like like an elevator eats people. Like,
oh yeah, it eats a family, and it's actually really kind of grim.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, that really sucks. Like this family gets on the elevator, and then like blood comes out of the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's really grim.
Like yeah, I didn't make that connection until like as an adult, but like when I like thinking back to that, and that I seem to remember the elevator that comes up in the 3rd episode of X-Men 97.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's an abridged speed run of some of that. If you only watch
running Inferno.
Yeah, if you only watch 2 episodes of X-Men, of X-Men 97, let it be the 2nd and the 3rd episodes. All right, where's this person?
Good question.
There's a crate. Is he in the crate? Is he in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, that's the only thing that's showing up on the map. Is there a door?
There's an upstairs, but I think there's just some dudes up here.
Well, we need to speak to a dude.
I think these are just dudes to beat up.
I'm alright with that. Maybe they've got him cornered in a cubicle or something.
Beat some information out of him.
But like, Inferno had repercussions for like Spider-Man?
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Because Hobgoblin became demonically possessed.
Oh, okay.
And that's where Demo Goblin came from.
Okay.
When the possession ended.
I mean, it makes sense. Spider-Man lives there.
Yeah.
It should probably have some effect on his life.
Yeah.
This demonic invasion of New York.
And then it was just like, I think it was like a mass hallucination, like it was a gas leak or something. That was the story afterwards.
Hey, you guys remember when we had that gas leak?
That made our
citywide gas leak made us all think demons had attacked the city.
We just all didn't die from asphyxiation.
It's like, yeah, that was crazy.
Maybe they're... Wait a minute.
What?
Is this a place?
That was what I thought.
Okay.
But it does not seem to be.
What about... Or maybe it's this guy. Maybe it's this guy that's cheering us on.
What?
Oh, I need to talk to you. Oh, well, hey, buddy.
He can come talk to us. Why do we have to...
Yeah, I'm going to... You know what? You can live. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just a bad guy. God, like, comic books are so confusing. Like, just I appreciate when they keep the history straight. Like canon as like history. Like beefs and things that happen to like fantastical things that happen to fantastical people.
Yeah. And yeah, not worrying too much about when these things happened.
Yeah, like
over the sprawling decades of history.
Yeah. Like that's
not getting too hung up on it. Just
I'm fine with that. Like
it's that kind of Grant Morrison approach. It's all true. It all happened.
Yeah. And what you like is what you focus on.
Yeah.
And some things just kind of get forgotten if the writer doesn't want to like focus on it or or whatever. I mean, like,
yeah. And then some later writer is like, oh, remember that time?
Yeah.
This happened. I want to do something with that.
Yeah, and I appreciate that guy, that motherfucker. Like when Straczynski was doing Spider-Man, he did some really cool stuff, but he also did some stuff that like just kind of pissed people off. And I can see why. And like looking back as a an older, more mature dude, I'm like, yeah, maybe Gwen Stacy being pregnant with Norman Osborn rape babies is not a great idea.
Yeah.
So I get that. Like maybe not. Maybe not.
A controversial run to put it mildly.
Yeah. But at the same time, like it's kind of difficult to determine like how old people are, and well, I guess they would have been like Gwen Stacy came along when they were in college, but still, it's really fucking. I think it was kind of ambiguous about like whether it was consensual or not. I'm not entirely sure. I read this one time, like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And I'm not hitting the Wikipedia for this discussion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, but like having someone reference a time in the Spider-Man canon where Gwen Stacy went away, like she just went away, like she had to go deal with a pregnancy.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like, oh, it does kind of fit, because she just had some stressors and so forth, and then just went away. Or when Aunt May runs into Dr. Octopus, and there's kind of like, you know, May, Otto, like kind of an acknowledgement, because they almost got married at one point in time.
Yeah.
Or when Aunt May finds out Peter is Spider-Man, and she's like, "Oh my God, I shot you."
Oh.
Like I like little things like that.
Yeah.
That, you know, Aunt May is a grown-ass woman with with thoughts, desires, and so forth. That she's not like just this frail little meemaw like Jessica Tandy in The Birds.
Yeah.
Like just breaking down and never overcoming that.
Yeah. But she's like an actual character.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? What's the matter? Is everything okay?
You got live parenting happening.
Alright. I had to resolve a conflict. Everything's okay?
Olivia accidentally sat me here.
Okay, everything's good?
She did it on accident, not on purpose.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, awesome. Thank you. Alright, I have to go save somebody. Sorry, Lutz had to
Almost.
Sorry, I had to my children are having accidents. Accidental slap fight. Whiff, 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 whiff. Who's shooting me over there? Well, you're...
An infested elite ranger.
Well, fuck that guy. Alright, he did. Alright, do you need assistance?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm a doctor. Dr. Lutz, MD.
Give me with some green.
You need some green?
Oh, no, I'm alright.
Okay. Alright. I'm just
I
gonna
won't be.
gawk at you as you gradually come to. Well, what else is fucking going on? Lutzy Hauser, yes, MD. Has there been any like point in like X-Men that you're like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. like anything that's just like, oh, they could not do that nowadays, or this hasn't aged well, or oh dear.
Yeah, they're
That time that Wolverine did call Sunfire a slur.
there's that. Yeah. There was a time Kitty Pryde used the N-word.
Oh.
Which he actually has done twice.
Okay. Okay.
Once was in X-Men proper, and once was in God Loves Man Kills.
Oh, she... Okay. Oh, there's an issue of New Mutants where she eulogizes a mutant who ended their life, and she uses every slur. She uses everything.
It's just an excuse for her. She just wants to use them. Wolverine over there was like, whoa, hey, bub.
Child, what are you doing? Whatever you're doing, stop that noise. Go. Oh my God! Like, yeah, that's like a good issue, like the one-off, but the back page could have just they could have just been like, we're not going to print it with this now.
Yeah. Because, she's making a rhetorical point, but it's kind of one of those things that's like, you would not make this point the same way.
Yeah.
Because it is getting a little bit too close to your funny book is is treading on ground it should not tread on.
Yeah, because
it's treading on the real world.
Yeah.
You have gone a little bit too far.
Yeah. Because you have a white girl using, the version of that with the hard R. Yes, you're trying to make a point, but everybody kind of knows this point, and then you're just kind of doing it. And then anybody who is harmed by that word now looks at Kitty Pryde and the person coming up the words for Kitty Pryde differently. It's like you're not helping. you're actually not, and you're coming off as part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, and runs the risk of trivializing.
Yes.
A very real.
Yes, a real.
A very real case of people being treated unfairly and.
Yes.
And as less than human.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, there was an instance of, like, Wolverine educating Luke Cage, and I don't know how it would play, but because there's a point in time where they put sentinels to guard them. It was after was it Decimation? I can't remember. Like right after like the whole like no more mutants thing. And the government put sentinels to protect the X-Men mansion. And and Luke Cage wasn't getting it, so tiny Canuck Wolverine white man had to say, would you want like a cross burning in your front yard? And I feel like in me even describing this out loud, I'm like, yeah, this might be a bridge too far.
Yeah,
describing it that way, but still. The comic book writers, they're trying.
Yeah. It's those cases where it's like, within your fictional world, this might actually be something that somebody said. right?
Yes.
But it is
yeah.
like, your comic book also still exists in the actual world.
Yeah.
So,
And there's just like, oh God, and you having read this stuff like recently, it will hit. Like during the what is it, Krakoa? I can never, if I'm saying the fucking name right, the island that walks like a man.
Yeah, Krakoa, I guess.
Yeah, but I know I've said it every different way I possibly can in like streams and so forth.
I've never heard it pronounced, so
yeah,
I don't know.
but like Krakoa. So the mutant, like they have like their little mutant island where all the mutants live there, and like you have Pirate Kitty doing pirate adventures, and her team is called the Marauders.
Huh.
So, Marvel was like, hey, let's have a team that we have, I guess, trademarked or whatever, and let's use it and, print it. But I feel like having an X-Men team called the Marauders is a little dumb, and it's a dumb. It's like,
doesn't seem like anything any one of them would do.
Yes. It's like, oh, you remember that team of murderers that got put together by a eugenicist who's really, really interested if the white kids fuck or not? Yeah.
They slaughtered all those Morlocks.
All the homeless mutants in the sewers that were living in the fucking sewers. Yeah, they killed... they almost killed Leech and Artie.
Yeah.
But children had to save them from Sabretooth. So yeah, that's why I get a little grumpy when I'm like, this new X-Men is not for me. Why are they doing fashion galas with Tony Stark and other billionaires and I don't know, hanging out with Mr. Sinister?
Yeah. Just hanging with Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. And I guess that's a degree, I don't know, like, that can be a point of conflict for, like, characters. Like, Wolverine has a problem with having Sabretooth locked up in the danger room or whatever. Which is the thing that happened.
Okay.
In the 90s. And it's like, Xavier not just turning him over to the authorities, but trying to like rehabilitate him like Wolverine was rehabilitated. Spoiler, mind wiped by Xavier, actually.
Yeah.
So, which I actually did like that Xavier actually just did that to him to kind of give him a blank slate. I don't know what they've done with that currently, or if they just fucking retconned that again.
Well, who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
But that is interesting.
Yeah. Also, there's quite a bit of like blurring lines whether Xavier's a good guy or not.
Yeah. There's a period in X Factor when Cyclops even has a lot of bitterness towards him. He basically accuses Xavier of training him to be a child soldier.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, at some point in time, I think like Magneto jokes like what Xavier's child soldiers or whatever, even though he fucking like participated in it. I mean,
yeah.
Particularly with like the New Mutant stuff. I mean,
he's right now he's filling in for
yeah.
Xavier.
While he's royal consort.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Men are weird.
Pretty weird.
I think I pissed everybody off. Oh god, I'm too fast now. My moment of glory makes me faster, so I have to turn my run off now. Alright, Cthulhu. Let's go, bro. I avoid the flame. Like, apparently I can just stand in that and avoid the damage.
I got some notification about Incarnate Thread.
Oh no. Use threads, not shards. Threads, not shards.
I remember that. Yeah.
Um,
Shards no good.
all right, we'll do a lesson about incarnate stuff after you get your after you get your enhancement square. Because that's
that can wait.
yeah oh god, I went down the butthole. Oh god, we're gonna have to fight the Brood Queen.
Oh.
I don't want to be a brood. Oh god.
That's pretty gross. Who's this big guy? Oh hey.
Something that's kind of ambiguous, like, what's your take on the Brood?
What do you mean?
Like, do you become a brood, or do you get taken over by a brood?
Oh,
or do you just turn evil like you were turned into a vampire in Buffy?
Oh, that is a good question. Because they put
because you don't know, because it gotta go.
They don't. Yeah, because it seems like it's both, all. Because like sometimes, yeah.
Like, do you just loot? Oh no.
I got tentacled.
I wonder if I can res you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my moment of glory just took a shit.
It ends at the right time.
I did. Alright, we're gonna have to hospital that.
Alright, evac.
Because it's kind of like you just, like in Buffy, you lose your soul and a demon inhabits you, and then you just turn evil. But even times like that's kind of ambiguous in Buffy. Like, the equivalent of like losing your soul is just, you just turn evil and you don't care. But you're still you. You're just evil.
Right.
But like when you turn brood, you just want to, like, you become part of the hive mind. And
you just want to broodify everybody.
Yeah, you want everybody to be brood. Which there's like some interesting stuff like with the brood that eventually like came up, like The mentality of the brood is you are either brood or food. They're
Catchy slogan.
I guess the politics of being like a collective hive mind, but also kind of like, kind of like a racial superiority kind of thing going on, that like you're either us or not us.
Yeah.
But they're a little bit more like mustachy twirling about it, because they do have like a little bit more like personality to it, maybe. I don't know, like kind of like.
Yeah, they do. They definitely kind of have a mwahaha kind of thing.
Yeah. Like they're gremlins, kind of.
Yeah, like they're villainous and they enjoy it.
Yeah. Is this where we went? Is this the...
Back this way?
No, this way. All right, yeah.
Yeah. Like they love being evil.
Yes.
They're like, it's not like a dispassionate kind of Borg.
I guess
Like
I'm working for the Queen.
Collective. Yeah. You will join the collective. Resistance is futile.
Yeah.
It's more of a, yeah.
I love being a turtle.
Yeah.
I love going down.
Everything's gonna suck for you, and we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Guar Collective.
Like, we're gross and we love being gross.
Well, that guy is all the way back to being at full health. Oh no.
Well, shit, I'm already almost dead. He's wrecking me.
Alright, I'm gonna try to... Well, I just took a lot of his health off.
I mean, if I could see, that would be a plus.
I'm currently in the avatar of Hamadan's butt. There you go. I think we got this. There we go. Almost. I don't know this weird noise that keeps being made.
It's kind of weird. Hey!
Okay. Yay! Oh god, he fell on me and now I died. No. Oh, look at this guy. Well, you're late to the party. Well, you're gonna get demoted.
He did kind of run off to the corner. He was like,
I was meant to hold... I'm guarding the eggs.
I wasn't part of this.
Oh, God. All right, there is one more mission if you have time for it.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right, let's do this. Let's face.
I will be right back, though.
Okay. I am going to select said mission. I am also going to be right back. I'll be right back. Going AFK for just a moment. I have returned.
I am back.
Wonderful. Let us face Hamadan's fury. Go through this portal and speak to a dude. Okay.
And you.
You know, if you're going to go to storm another dimension, you should at least change your footwear. I'm just saying. Six machines to reboot. Am I doing tech support? I've gone into the mission.
Okay, I am coming.
Okay. All right. I will wait for the giant skull-based murder machine to come in. It's like the portal's right here. You know, I came through. You all can leave. Where's all Paragon's finest? Are they protecting a bank? Is a bank being robbed? Why are they getting me to do this? Send statesmen in here to get these people out.
All right, isn't that his job?
Well, he protects banks.
Figures.
All
Right.
right. So, is there stuff in here or out there? Maybe out here. Okay. I am degenerating. I am confounded. Alright, I'm turning these.
Enervated.
Well, I'm irritated at your intervention. There we go.
Hey, dudes.
I'm gonna reboot their computers.
Shut down their internet.
I don't even know. I don't even want to know what porn Hamadan is into. Like,
It would make you insane to know.
what is a cosmic whore into?
Nothing good.
It's all tentacles. It's tentacles all the way down.
Yeah, this missile guy's pissing me off.
If we've exhausted the X-Men conversation, we can always talk about Trump getting Loomered.
I mean, yeah. That's why not.
Is this season of American politics getting better or worse?
Oh gosh, I guess that depends on your perspective.
Well, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's reaching a critical mass of ridiculousness, after which will be followed a period of stultifying over seriousness. Or if we're just in free fall.
I think that since the debate, much like the repeating as farce, as we previously discussed, that after Biden screwed the pooch so bad on the debate, every single time anybody asked him a question, it was basically like, do you need a nap, Grandpa, and can you drop out? Everybody's telling you to leave. When are you going to leave, bro? And any time that he went up in front of a mic, it was, we're going to the battle box, or havada, like actual quotes from Joe Biden. It just made him look worse and worse and worse. So he got more and more like defensive and beast-like. Well, now Trump looked so bad in that debate. Him commenting on the, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
Yeah.
That is all that has been talked about.
Yeah.
And, somebody tried to kill him again, but nobody's talking about that.
Nobody cares.
They're talking about if he's getting Loomered or not. And so it's like the farcical version of what happened with Biden. Like it's been over a week and stuff has happened, but he can't get. Where are we going? Well, this place is huge.
I have no idea. I'm running.
Defeat the last group. Okay, maybe we should have gone another way. Maybe,
probably,
because I feel like we're getting farther and farther away. But like, he can't get out of that, and he's basically just pushing JD Vance for cleanup, and like they can't get past it. And this is like a rare instance of like the media actually doing their job and holding them to account. So like they're just spiraling. Like both of them are just spiraling. And
I don't know which way to go.
I don't know. But I'm going to fly around.
Yeah, I had the same thought. Gonna run into some walls here.
Okay. Where did we... Maybe there's a group of enemies. There we go. I've got them targeted.
Okay.
I've got them. But I'm getting this vibe from... I don't know if you remember this or near the end of Trump's presidency, it started feeling like he was alone in the bunker. And everybody were leaving him, and he was just kind of just getting advice from like his family members, and like the cabinet was dropping like flies, and it was giving off a lot of Hitler in the bunker vibes.
You only had the most dedicated sycophants.
Yes.
Going into the ship. Yeah.
And it kind of feels like he's there again, only he's running for president.
Yeah. Only the election is yet to come.
Yeah. So I actually think this... I don't want to say that's it for... I think this is the last chance that he has to be president. But at the same time, I actually think that he's going to run for president again. Like, no joke.
If he's still alive, I think he will.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in it to lose it. Like, he is going to be running for president for the rest of his life because he thinks that is a doctor's excuse for getting out of jail. And he's not wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually showing how political the quote-unquote criminal justice system is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's...
Yeah, the two-tier justice system.
Yes. Or just call it the criminal system. That's
yeah.
I like that terminology. Oh God. And if whoever hears this in the future has no idea who Laura Loomer is, first off, thank you. Bless you.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You live in a better world than we do.
You live in a better world. She is an actual Nazi and possibly is engaged in an extramarital affair with Donald J. Trump. Possibly. And
when you say it all like that, it's like, what even is reality?
I don't know. Is this real life? I was thinking to myself, like, is the internet real? Like a couple of weeks ago, and having some existential, like, streaming and YouTubing questions. I want to know. But now I'm thinking, is real life real life?
I've got my doubts. I think the simulation theory people might be onto something.
Oh my God, Elon might be right.
Because since everyone started talking about it, it seems like things have just gotten more and more ridiculous. And I'm like, oh no, they know we're onto them. They're like, they know. Let's start fucking things up.
All right, we got the troops behind us too.
Come on, dudes.
All right, I'm getting the middle guy.
Me too. Just burst him down. There he goes. Going right.
Sure. But like,
oh, come on!
You did.
I hit my heel.
This one's okay. I'm gonna get you up.
Thank you.
Don't you down me. This is actually a little handy dandy thing. Like, I got a little day job power. I'm a doctor. It allows me to do this too.
I should do that. Lay on hands.
Yes. I recommend the Wikipedia for, like, badges and so forth. It's just like the little powers for day jobs. I do recommend. And something gave me inner inspiration. I got to look that up. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to talk to this guy.
Oh, look at that. They're worshiping you.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
Okay, I get a choice of...
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Incarnate components, Empyrean merit, or super inspirations.
The easy thing right now would be... Oh, shit. What do I need? I actually wrote this down. The easy...
Or I choose nothing, which seems like a dumb choice, but it's nice that it's there.
The easy thing is Empyrean merit. And that is a type of currency that you can purchase stuff with. But I am actually going to roll the bones and see if I get something that I can use. I wrote stuff down because I'm a nerd. And let's see. Oh my god, I actually got a good loot roll. So I need an exotic isotope. So I'm going to get an exotic isotope. Accept reward. So that's an orange loot roll. Very well. Okay. I wonder if I fucked up or not. I'm not entirely sure. I'll get it. And I exit. Like, the incarnate stuff doesn't take up space in terms of like numbers and so forth. So you can get something and then just kind of hold on to it. And we can talk about that later because it's a
stuff.
thing. It's a stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I need to figure it out because like I find just writing down what you need the easiest thing to do because it's a lot of like stuff, and making the decision ahead of time so you don't have to look and see because like when you actually select the powers there's kind of like a tree that you can go through and it's a lot of like fine print like oh I want to go this way. You have to consult the tomes so to speak. So anyway,
better plan it out I guess.
Yeah, so whenever you want to tackle that we can look at that together. But like yeah, I suggest keep going with the powers, the enhancements. That's something that you can do. Just take a couple powers at a time. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, this has been fun. Thank you all for watching us and hanging out. I'm going to find the button because I got to go parent. Where is the button?
I do adult stuff.
Got to do adult stuff. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.